I think what makes restaurants super unique is their ability to be resilient and come together in a community. I've considered myself long a person of the industry. I can't tell you how many times I found myself moonlighting, still working at a restaurant despite having a full-time job. I think everyone here can resonate with that. It's funny, I was at the Create conference last week, and I was sitting at the bar because the bar is the best seat in the house. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. I don't even drink alcohol. It's the best seat in the house. And I was speaking with the bartender and asking her about, hey, what are some restaurants I should try when I come back to town? And she gave me this list. And then one of them, she said, hey, this was my favorite meal the first time I had it. The second time, it wasn't as good because she didn't have that consistent experience. Now, I know from working in a restaurant, this thing probably just happened that day. Right? I can't tell you how many times that the guy who was dropping off the pre-batch juice just dropped off too many lemons and not enough lime. And all of a sudden we started selling margaritas with lemon. Hate to say it. It happens. And it's about making sure that you can make that easy decision the right time. So your point, Dean, hey, if I got this new location that's opening and the investors don't understand, I want to be able to make that a decision anyways, because I know that bringing in the right fryer is going to create that same consistency of my brand that made me great at the one location. That's going to ensure that I'm great at two locations. And it's going to ensure I'm great when I'm at four locations. Because once again, if you give the tools to operators, they know how to use it. They know what makes them great. The issue is that if you haven't worked in a restaurant, that example doesn't mean anything to you. You can't just PE, come in, gut it, rip it. That's not how restaurants work. You have to make the right decision the first time. I think what's really cool about this is we have a bunch of experience, as you can see, in the restaurant industry, and there's a lot that we've learned about finance. And it's a term that people don't like to talk about, but it's very important. And our goal here is to speak with operators and have them share their story, talk about the brand, and talk about some topics that don't typically come to light. But I do think people want to learn, right? And you don't necessarily need to know a ton about finance to be able to understand what we're talking about. The goal here is that you can drop in, you can eavesdrop, you can listen into a conversation between two individuals, just speaking about restaurants and the growth of their brand. If anyone listening wants to come on and share their story, I would love to help you share your story. I'd love to get this information out. I think what makes restaurants super unique is their ability to be resilient and come together in a community. I've considered myself long a person of the industry. I can't tell you how many times I found myself moonlighting, still working at a restaurant despite having a full-time job. I think everyone here can resonate with that.